right? Like that.
That is
dead center.
perfect. I mean, you got a ton of pellets in the kill zone. I mean, there's just all the way up the spine and the brain cavity. I mean, that's perfect. I think you're ready to go turkey hunting.
Good. Let's do it again.
Somebody's got a sad face this morning.
Yeah, none of the pets are super happy with us right now, but you know, Ash has got a new pet door out to a cat castle, and so we did our best to make him happy before we ditch him again.
Oh, poor guy.
He'll live.
I'm going to Tennessee.
Does it come from your diaphragm?
Sound like Gollum. That's one way to get air over it. Better pay attention to driving. We just crossed the border into Tennessee, and we're back in what is one of our favorite states to hunt, to fish, to hike. Tennessee is just one of those places that it really has it all. And now we're back for what is going to be Mindy's first turkey hunt ever.
16 years of being married to you and being immersed in the hunting culture and industry, I guess I'm finally ready. So we've got like 5 days to hunt, and we debated whether we were going to do the camping public land thing, and then we just kind of decided that with this being my first hunt, it would be better if I could just focus on hunting and not have to worry about keeping camp up and food and all of that. So Andy Melton and David Williams invited us down and said they would help us, which is really great because they have access to some good property, and they've also guided a lot of new hunters, so they've got some experience doing that. They took this week off to hunt for themselves, but have been gracious enough to offer some of that time up to me to help me get my first bird. So we're very thankful to them for that.
We've been friends with them way back into the Midwest whitetail days, known them for a long time. They're excellent turkey hunters, but like Mindy said, they've also got a lot of people into hunting. They have hunting families. Andy's kids, wife, he's gotten all of them into hunting. So we're real excited for the opportunity to be back in Tennessee, to hunt with friends. You know, as we go along, I think we'll talk about kind of Mindy's progression of, you know, going from not really having any interest to hunting to, you know, going hunting for the first time here. So it's kind of an interesting story. Like I said, it's over the course of, you know,
my whole life.
Yeah, your whole life.
Your destination is on the right.
Third down.
Third down. Think you can do it?
We're gonna find out, aren't we?
I'm sure you can.
I think when she gets one in there,
Heart pumping,
adrenaline flowing.
Adrenaline's going, you're thinking, I know how good you taste. So you want red dot set up, or is that?
Yeah.
I love them. Ted last year, he used my gun whenever he killed that one down here.
Uh-huh.
And that red dot, he said, man, I love that red dot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess one of the things I liked about it for a new hunter is the fact that you can keep your head up a little bit higher and be more aware of your surroundings instead of having to have your head down on the barrel.
And you kind of get to enjoy the hunt a little better, like you said, because you're up watching everything as opposed to having to be stuck, you know,
right. And the main thing, like with kids, as far as getting their head all the way down on the gun, you know, it's hard. Sometimes they'll won't look right down that rib on the barrel and put that bead on. You know, sometimes they'll be up a little bit and they'll shoot over the bird.
Sure.
Or so with that red dot, you know, they don't have to worry about that recoil. So that, you know, to their cheek, so they can just look through there, and that's how every one of the birds they've killed so far has been with the red dot. And they just love it.
Gotta make sure people get their decals on time. First order of business, mailing decals, so stayed up late to get them done last night.
That's a little weird.
What was that?
A guy walking.
Dude just walking down the road.
Really?
Yeah.
Dressed in dark
clothes.
I almost thought he had camo on at first, but...
Wow. We're going to have a repeat of Aaron in Alabama, right?
Dude, that's what I saw. I love you, Aaron.
We all do. We all love Aaron.
Got a little bit of height disparity here.
Yeah, I'm hoping to keep up with Andy. We'll see how this goes.
I won't run off and leave you, I promise.
First morning in Tennessee. It's beautiful, 40s, and gonna be a great day.
I think we'll hear plenty of gobbling this morning. It should be good. More than likely, they're going to be on this middle ridge. It's usually where they're at. It just splits the farm from where David and Leon are to us.
So even if you're walking behind me and the gun is like this, it's fine, right?
Yep.
Okay.
You're safe.
It's unloaded.
It is unloaded and the action is open and the safety is on, but I'm just...
Y'all ready to get after it?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, let's go. Right there they are. There's a group of them out here that's been running together 4 toms. But then there's also been a group of about 5 or 6 jakes. I don't know if those jakes are gobbling yet. Well, you just want to go ahead and get set up and see what they do first. See if they come to the field first. Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be our easiest. They're trying to get up there on them. 3 of us especially. This bird over here might be one to come in since he's by himself. He might come down. So what I'll probably do whenever he gobbles again, I'll probably throw a couple like real soft well, you're that hen back there. Yeah. She's letting them know she's interested, knows where she's at. Sure. Now the next time it's us talking, next time he gobbles, I'll throw some yelps at him, let him know that I'm down here and I'm interested in him. And a lot of times you try to do it right after they gobble. So they're like, oh, she answered me. Sure. Like I said, some people like to call to them on the limb, some don't, but I do. I think it helps. Kind of one of those things that we could get up and head after him, and then they could be 4 walk out right here, and we could sit here for 3 hours and they not come out.
Yeah.
Are they coming down?
Sound closer, yeah.
Sound like they're coming down.
Yeah. Probably want to sit for a little bit.
We'll probably sit here for a while.
I think a setup like this is probably going to be the ideal situation
Probably
for
her
her, for a new hunter. Like,
yeah. When you start getting into the running and gunning, what you run into is a lot of times, you get close to them, they gobble, you got a quick setup, and then you could be in an awkward position. It's a little bit harder, unless you've done it a lot,
Yeah.
But it sounds like those birds are coming down.
Just remember, if you happen to see them all of a sudden, then just no sudden movements.
Yeah.
That bird's coming down too. He's getting closer. It's hard too, this early in the season, man, as open as these woods are. That hillside right there is really old. You get past the edge of the field here and it opens up big time. All real big mature timber. Well, he's hot though.
Meaning we should go after him? Or meaning...
He's looking for a hen.
Yeah.
He's way up there.
Yeah.
I'm up for whatever.
Well, while we've got these birds talking back here behind us, hens and jakes, we haven't heard the Longbeards in quite a while. We do have this bird up here on the side that's just fired up. And Myndi likes to climb hills, so we're gonna go climb a hill. I think we can kill him if we can get up there. Like you said though, before he gets a hen.
Yeah.
That'll be the main thing if we can get there before he gets a hen. And as long as he'll keep gobbling.
Yeah.
He's up there.
Yep.
Sound like he's moving up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
First scratch him on there. There's definitely been turkeys up here this morning. I mean, that's fresh. Real fresh. Probably he's right up there, about the end of that log on that little flat up there, be able to call up that holler. It might just be around there far enough we can't hear him.
Look at how beautiful this is. So, you know.
I love Tennessee right here.
This is fantastic.
Pretty typical though. About the time you make the decision to go after a bird like that, he shuts up.
Exactly. Which he might have a hen, or he might just be going to a strut zone somewhere he's got up here. You know, he's comfortable and he just goes and scratches around all day and gobbles every now and then, waits on a hen. You know, who knows? Maybe we can get around this side of this hill right here and call it through there. And who knows? If he gobbles, he gobbles. If he don't, we can either sit down for a little while.
Sit down and listen. Yeah.
No matter how much you strategize and try to think about it, this is how most of them turn out. Which is not a loss. I mean,
I just enjoyed the hike up here. That was fun.
I mean, who can be mad at you like that?
No doubt. It was fun.
It's always nice to get one, but this right here is awesome. It's one of those places it's obvious why they like it here. Out here, this little secondary little point runs out. And
so now, typically, you just sit and listen and hope to hear something else?
yeah,
Or you go to a different spot?
well, usually Dave and I, we're fortunate enough to have enough places to go. You know, list different farms. We'll go to a different farm and walk around, crow call, hoot owl, whatever, and try to strike one up. And if we do, we'll get after him. If not, we'll just load up and go somewhere else. A lot of times when they get hens with them, they'll shut up. That's why later in the season it's a whole lot better, because the hens will start going to nest. They'll leave the gobblers a lot earlier in the morning, so they'll gobble all day long. But like this Tom here, if that hen's been bred, she'll leave him here later and then he'll get to gobbling again. Or if they get separated, you know, if a coyote runs in between them and she flies off or something, he'll calm down, you know, 30, 45 minutes later, and he'll get out here and he'll start gobbling again. That's when you find them like that, it's when you can get them early season for sure.
I've said all along, the best bet for me to shoot a turkey is just for it to pop its head over the hill, because if I have to watch it for very long, it's going to be hard for me to pull the trigger.
You get a chance, we'll make it happen.
Because I'm going to bond with it.
You can bond with it. Bond with it after you shoot it. Then you can really appreciate it.
Yeah, look at this research, man, look how pretty he is. He's going to taste so good.
I know, and I can tell myself all those logical reasons. It's a better death. It immortalizes them in a way, because they're forever a part of your memories. And you can utilize them, and the rest of what's left behind gets utilized by nature. Like, I can tell myself all of these things. But
that's cool. Something for everybody out here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, even if you don't like hunting, I mean, just right here, this view, see the sun come up, beautiful. I love it. I don't want to get around below them.
Yeah.
We might ought to head up, as bad as I hate to, we might ought to head up right there.
Yeah.
Because we're around here.
Get a better one.
You ready to train for your thing?
let's do this.
Let's go.
Well, we're running up this hill because there's a bird gobbling and my phone's going off, and I look and Warb is texting me because he stopped by our house, forgot about the security system, left the key inside, and the door locked. So now he's standing outside our house and the alarm system is going off and he can't get back inside and the cops are showing up. Yeah.
Leave it to Ward.
And these guys are telling me to hurry up, and I'm trying to figure out the security system. And
Hey, cops can come and go. Turkey's gobbling.
Priorities, Myndi. Priorities.
Cat man. Dude, we can't talk right now. We got gobbling turkeys. What's wrong with you?
Oh, my bad. I'll text you.
I'm just messing with you.
Hey, I was supposed to be hunting today. I'm catching up on video.
Poor feller had to work this morning. .99% of the time, that's the way it works out. But it's that 1% that makes it all work.
Yeah.
They just are not wanting to gobble. Whole big pile of them.
Successful morel harvest.
There, that somewhere even bigger than that.
Yeah, they opened up that public lake down here.
Look at all them bad. Look at all the smallmouth. Right there. Yep. There's some more under this rock right here.
Darters in there too.
Yeah. Hi, Mindy. How are you this afternoon?
Fantastic.
So 4:18. So we've got about 2.5 good hours of hunting left, and right here, this is one of David's farms. He's hunted ever since he was a little boy. But the good thing is, on this farm here, all the birds roost up here on top of these ridges and stuff. So we're thinking they're going to be moving back up to roost this afternoon.
Yeah, we're gonna work down the logging roads and stop and call and see if we can't pick up, even if we got to hear a hen answer us or scratching. Right now,
She could be walking this way, but
she could be walking that ridge.
I'd really bet money she's not by herself. The thing is, you can't waste the whole afternoon sitting there calling back and forth to her. If you don't have a gobbler, if you don't sound off, that way you know for sure there's a gobbler with her. You can go on, and then, if they was to come closer from where you're calling, they could work their way around here by the time, it gets to dark.
They don't like you.
I mean, there's got to be a bird that can hear that somewhere.
You sound really good, Mindy.
Yeah, I know.
Big improvement.
Well, we haven't heard much, so we're just goofing off. Is that good enough?
The day's winding down.
Yeah, we just haven't heard much for gobbling. We're having a good time anyway. It's kind of winding down today, hoping that they're going to gobble a little bit better tomorrow.
You want me to do this up?
Go ahead. Myndi, do your hoot out.
I'm more gravel in
I
it.
can't even roll my R's, so I don't think this is going to work well.
You don't use your tongue.
See there, you got it.
Use your uvula, as Aaron says.
Your uvula.
Whatever that thing.
Yeah, that's your uvula.
Okay.
You've got
You've got a uvula, I've got a uvula, all God's children got a uvula.
I've never heard that. Who said that?
It's on Andy Griffith.
Oh my gosh, I should know that.
I should do. I've seen every episode.
It's the one where
You didn't pay
Barney,
enough attention.
like Barney's trying to sing the solo, and he sings horribly. So he
So he
tells
gets-
him that he's got something in the back of his throat and he probably can't sing. You got to go to the doctor right away. And the doctor tells him it's his uvula. So he comes back and he says, "It's just my uvula. I've got a uvula. You've got a uvula. All God's children got a uvula."
If the real world was like Andy Griffith, there would be no problems.
Yeah, exactly. Just gossiping women and men. Actually, the men gossip just as bad as the women in that show.
The stuff we come up with in the turkey was
Yeah.
talking about.
We've been out here for a while.
They obviously ain't goblins, so we're talking about it.
I learned a lot. I feel like I learned a lot.
Hey,
mean-
you ask questions, so that's
Yeah, you do ask a lot of questions. I like
I
that.
am the queen of
But
questions.
but you're supposed to ask that. If you're trying to learn something, you should ask questions, not be scared to ask questions.
Tomorrow's another day.
Let's do it.
Go home and eat some turkey.
Yeah, food.
Yeah, he's farther down. He's in a better spot.
Harry. Yep. Yep.